But the mental and emotional side of things, we need you to understand that when shit hits the fan, the first place you go is the gym because it's your safe place.
Welcome to the best hour of their day podcast with your hosts, Jason Fernandez.
And me, Jason Ackerman. With more than 20 years in the business,
As both coaches and affiliate owners,
our passion is to help create world-class affiliates
and coaches by building
better
boxes.
Welcome to
The best hour of your day.
$1 million. Do this. Everybody do this. They built $1 million box, the
Jason,
Jachowskis.
Allison Jachowski. Yeah. When did you guys do Affiliate University? When did you start? I don't remember.
We started
18 months. 18 months ago ish.
fall
Maybe 2 years.
of 23.
Yeah, it was not 23, 22.
22.
Oh,
I was going to
yes.
say it's been more than
Yeah,
a
yeah,
year.
We started December
Yeah,
2022.
I was going to say almost
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. And then Allison's also.
Biz Dev. What
yeah,
position
one of.
is she?
She's the person who gets. She's the captain of the GSD team. Gets shit done.
No, but on the
Oh,
basketball
yeah,
court.
yeah.
We did the
She's the point
the
guard.
other day. We had
She's a point guard.
we had a basketball analogy to figure out what
Just calling the
position
plays,
you do, yeah.
calling the plays, doing the things. No, I want to talk about your box. You guys have done. I want to talk about where you were when you came in, because I think you were in a great spot when you came in, way better than most, crushing. And I think I asked you guys, I'm like, what are you guys looking for? Because by all metrics, you guys are running a really successful box. And then you're like, we want to learn more. And I was like, this is going to work out just great, right? Like the best kind of like people to work with. And both of you teachers at heart, right? Math, art,
Yep.
totally different ends of the spectrum, yin yang, right?
There's a lot of different ends of the spectrum that go on here. Yeah.
So we want to dive into all of that. But Odin CrossFit, Frederick, Maryland,
Yep.
right? I've been there. Super rad gym, a bit hot in August.
It is a little
It's-
hot. It's the humidity.
Yeah.
It's killer.
But we are officially over the 400 mark.
400 members.
We are like right there.
so
We're
close.
393 the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on when this airs.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There you go.
But, I mean, that alone, 400 members at a box is what top 1% of affiliates?
I mean, I don't know, but I'd be confident saying that for sure. But what I think is unique about that is that you guys are just straight stick CrossFit. Like that's all you do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that was something that we decided, like literally day one. We bought the box from the previous owner. I was coaching for them. I was a head coach. Then about a year and a half in of them opening the gym, they realized they didn't want to run a business. We had run businesses before. Jason was still running a business at that time.
You were an art teacher, no?
I was an art teacher. Jason was a math teacher. Then we both got into the realm of I worked for a ceramics company working with startup businesses that were experience-based. He was running a beer distributor. We had a lot of
Customer service
yeah,
experience.
yes, for
a lot
sure.
of coaching in there as well, whether
Yeah.
it was CrossFit or lacrosse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Art.
Yep. So they, they didn't want to run a business, and they asked if we wanted to. And actually, when they asked us, I originally immediately said,
Fuck no.
"Fuck no."
Really? You were
Literally what I said.
you were a hard no?
She called me while I was
Well,
at
listen, if
work.
you know Allison, there is no soft no.
No.
There's only hard no's.
Full stop. Hard no.
No is a complete sentence, but this had an
Yeah.
expletive in front of it to really emphasize
Yeah.
that.
Were you against that? Obvious. I mean, something.
We wanted somewhere to work out is part of it, and so
Not a good reason to purchase a CrossFit gym.
Right.
but the other thing is that we are business people. We always have been business people, and we thought that we could do this at an extraordinarily high level, and we thought that we could show that the group model for CrossFit worked.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to take a ton of work that we were going to have to put in over the years to get to where we are today.
Yeah.
But we just needed to decide whether or not we were willing to put in that work.
That's
And
why
you
originally I said, fuck no, because at the time, we had a 1-year-old. It was just a weird time in our life, and I saw what we needed to do. I also knew that I was going to be the one originally kind of in the day to day. And my just initial reaction was like, I see what needs to happen in order for it to be what we want it to be. CrossFit, that is it. Right? And to like make that work and to have the culture that we wanted. Like, culture takes a long time to build. And I was like, I don't know if I want to take this on. And so I immediately called him, and he was like, whoa, like, just chill for a second. And so we talked it out, and obviously, like, I knew part of my, I think my reaction was a little bit of like internally, like, oh shit, we're doing this. Like, I knew.
Right.
I was like, all right, here we go. Buckle up.
The other thing I think you guys, I might be wrong, but this is observational. Like, you guys are a good match of qual and quant. Right, like you're very much like
who's the qual, who's the quant?
Quant. Yeah. If you've seen Jason's spreadsheets, you'd understand.
Oh, yeah.
I've not looked. I tried to get on that Slack channel.
Yeah.
But I think that we both have a little bit of the other side.
You do. No, you do.
Yeah, that balances
you've
that
got
out.
the dot in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
You're both capable of playing on the other side, but you're both uniquely gifted, and like your superpower is on.
Is that true in the marriage as well?
Oh, God.
I think that we've always balanced each other out extraordinarily
You guys
well.
have been together like 25 years, no?
Yeah.
We started dating when we were in 10th grade.
Well, and you just celebrated your 40th, right?
I did. Allison, just a couple days.
21.
Wait, you're going to turn 40, Allison?
21.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because yours is August.
22nd.
Yeah, it was we announced it on the last team meeting.
Yeah.
It's the same as
Haley.
Haley.
Yeah.
That's right. So you both...
Yeah.
Oh, because you were in the same grade together and everything.
We were.
That's a long time to be together. 25 years?
Yeah.
It is.
You guys are going to be one of those couples that do the 50th.
I don't.
I hope so.
Well, one kid.
Yeah,
You
I was
stop,
gonna say.
we stopping at one child?
Oh, we're done.
We're done. Yeah.
This one's real hard.
We broke
Wanna
the
go
mold.
back?
Broke the mold.
9, right?
Well
9 or
set.
10? How old?
He's about to turn 10. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, his close to Logan's age.
What's you got a 40, 40, 10 all in the same year?
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
No, I
like
mean,
to
all
keep
even
things
numbers.
simple.
Yeah.
The
Makes it easy to remember.
Well, no, I wanted to. So when they came in, we have gyms of all variations that come in, and I, when we onboard people, we get all the numbers and stuff, and every once in a while, one pops across there, and I'm like, huh, I want to know the why on this one, right? Because again, by all metrics, it's like I was doing well, right?
We were
And
okay.
you were doing just
Why
fine.
they were signing up is what you're saying?
Yes, yeah. This is a gym. Is like, I'm like, okay, cool. So we talked, and like, hey, we want to learn. We know we can do this better. And I was like, okay, great. And not shocking, both of you guys are both implementers, which is also, I think, a good compliment.
What's
to each other.
we didn't do it with her, actually, did we? The personality test? Did we do
Oh,
it?
yeah.
No, yes, you did.
Oh,
She's
what
an
was
introvert.
I am an introvert.
Yeah.
You're with us.
But
Yeah.
I am oh my gosh.
You're a protagonist.
No.
Antagonist, yeah.
That's right, antagonist. No, I'm the one that an advocate.
Advocate?
I'm an advocate.
We got to get Jason to do his
Yeah, we
thing.
do.
I'm a commander. We've done.
We do it with our staff.
We do all
We do-
that
oh, yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they took everything. There's there's a pretty good level of confidence that you can have when working with somebody that they're like, you watch them do a couple of things, and I'm like, oh, okay, got it, right. And everything that all the principles that we teach, they took them and then just like doubled down on them. So like, if you ever go to Odin CrossFit,
Made them better.
yeah.
In
Well,
many
yeah,
instances.
they took them and they're like, hey, we're going to do this, but we're going to do it like better than that, right? We're going to take it and we're just going to run through a wall with it.
Literally
So
do
if
that,
you
but
go
better.
to Odin, like I walked in there and like you will see visual representations of many of the things
Because
that
you
we
did
teach people.
The first time you were there was for that level 1.
Yeah, in February?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were some of the things you noticed?
Oh, you walk in, you see the ambassador board, like you see the new member packages and the little, which then I like literally copied that. That was great. I copied like the PVC pipe holder on the wall too.
What are some of the things you did within Affiliate U, and then we're like, oh, we can do this, but actually make it better?
I would say that there were actually quite a few things that we were already doing, but and they were something that like we created through almost feel. We were like, we need to do something
Like what?
here, something like the Committed Club,
Right.
Like we had
Sure,
a Committed
yeah.
Club, right? But seeing how you guys present it, how other people were doing it, it helped me and helped Jason and I to see that like, okay, we're doing this, but there is an nth degree. And
Right.
so it was helpful for us to push what we had already even further. Now, there were some new things like the ambassadors, right?
Right.
That was new to us. We had immediately when it was brought up and I'm going through it, it was easy for us. I'm like, oh, well, shit, we got so and so and so and so.
Yeah,
Like, this is great. It made a lot of sense. But yeah, some of the things we were already doing, we just needed to push them further, and some were new. But to your point, like we want to push it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, other new things that we did were we didn't do a bring a friend week. We had community workouts where we opened people up, and I mean, we made a great bring a friend week out of it. We have a really high attendance from that. Our 180-day journey has been changed so many times. I think one of the great things about Affiliate U and us is it's given us the permission and forced us to focus on the thing, to constantly be intentional about it, which is a huge thing that we try and do in our business.
PushPress is the easiest full suite software that you can get to run your business.
One of the best things about PushPress, I would say, is the customer service. Hands down, they are the best. We know them all by name. They hear a lot from us.
They know us.
And they know us, but they're there to help you. And they're also gym owners, so they understand.
They are out of this world and helping their clients and just have a true passion for helping gym owners. They're so good with customer service.
If you're not using it and your business is ready for it, or you're having stress with the system you're using, it's a no-brainer to give them a call.
Before we found PushPress, managing different things was very complicated and confusing, and so we just needed something that was more user-friendly.
If I had to describe PushPress, it would be comprehensive, because they really understand what a gym owner needs, and they give us all the tools that we need to be successful. In fact, I don't think I've ever talked to somebody from PushPress that didn't own a gym. So they understood, and I immediately connected with the people there, and the products that they gave me were just, this is everything I needed. Like, where have you guys been my whole life?
The best way that I can describe PushPress is absolutely phenomenal.
If I had a gym owner friend that didn't have PushPress, I would tell them that it's life-changing when it comes to having more time to work on the business, and the support is coming from other gym owners that are trying to do the same thing that I'm trying to do.
It's been cool to watch you guys, because then we talked in Nashville and you're like, yo, check this out, like we did it, and I was like, it's fucking rad.
What do you say,
like,
did it $1 million?
Yeah, you hit that run rate.
Let's talk
and
about,
just for the record, like, it's not all about money, but like if we had to pick like a metric for like, hey, people like understand, like, hey, this is what doing it well looks like it's a big thing.
Let's define it. $1 million run rate, is that going to be for 2024?
So, yeah.
Yeah, we're right in line. Yeah, by the end of the year.
By the end of the year, you'll have grossed $1 million at the box.
$1 million revenue.
Yeah. I mean, again, going back to, you don't get to that without a lot of members. And how long have you been open now?
We've owned it for 8 years. It's been around for 10.
About a year and a half before that.
Yeah.
So you're coming up on, you're going to see the 10th anniversary of Odin this year.
Yep.
What I love about their box too is you go there and it has all the quintessential OG feels to it when you go there.
Like what?
Meaning, like, it just feels like a 2007 gym, but like run like 2024.
Well, it's
but
clean. First of all,
yes, right.
Which is a big mistake. Like a lot of like the feel of 2007 was grungy, but you can be grungy and clean.
But like it's their gym is not grungy, but it has like a rustic kind of feel to it.
They're artists. These two.
But what was that building prior to you guys going in there?
Oh God, it's been around since. I mean, part of the buildings has been around since 1800s, and it used to be a carriage house for the local downtown community. And then the other half was built, I believe, in the 1940s, and it was added on. So we have two buildings that are smashed together. One of our walls used to be an exterior wall, so we have windows that look onto the space, but it was just used as a warehouse and completely underutilized for
Was
a lot
it an
of years.
auto shop at some point?
It was a car dealership.
Okay, because there's like these really cool like retro like signs that are still in the building from when that was there.
When
that, like you would go to like an antique shop and buy them.
Yeah, we found those and we cleaned them up so that we could hang them in the gym.
They
and
look
that,
awesome.
That was from when we first toured it, and the place was, again, it was like one of those moments, our broker, we were like, 2020 things were falling apart. And we had already decided we wanted to move into a new space. We were looking to potentially buy something, couldn't really find what we wanted. Everything shut down. The world was like falling apart. And our broker was like, hey, we should go look at some places. Like businesses are leaving. And we were like, yes.
Hey, you're going to get a steal. Right?
It was a loss for some, an opportunity for others.
Yeah, so this was actually the last one that he brought us to. He's like, I saved my favorite for last, but you need to have an open mind. We pulled into the parking lot. It was a shithole. And we both were like, yep.
Done. We'll take it. We like projects.
And so it was filled with trash. It was disgusting. And as we were going through things, we were finding old signs from the 1940s and stuff, which was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
With 400 members, how big is your parking lot?
Decent size.
Yeah, it's decent size. So we share the parking lot with another business. We have 55 dedicated spots
close to 60
us.
spots.
But then on
Which
the weekends,
is a lot for the record.
I mean, you have
you're lucky.
25-person classes overlapping.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
we
lucky.
fill it.
Most people, parking is not something a problem people typically run into because they don't have enough people to like be like, oh, we have a lot of parking. Like have like no idea how much parking we have.
No,
so
but
I'm like, I have like 100 spots.
Issues with parking as well. Like just because if you have two busy classes that overlap, throwing a couple coaches.
Yeah, there could be 60 cars.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah,
Well,
nice. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we're in the center of our downtown community, and there is not a ton of parking around.
Right.
And so we're very fortunate to have the parking that we have.
Yeah, which is, you don't think about that at first. You're like, oh, like a little happy little accident here, you know?
Oh, that was exactly what we were looking for, though. We knew we wanted to be downtown. We knew that was the vibe we wanted. Those were the people that we wanted to attract. Like, that's exactly the area we were looking for. And as soon as we pulled up and there was a parking lot, done. Like, we were like, we'll figure out the building. I don't know what's
right
happening
across
inside.
the parking lot. It's like, you like push the boards to the side and you walk through the fence and you go to a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a fun little
that's the
spot.
one. That's a member of yours, right? That owns the
Yeah,
coffee
we
shop?
were actually like checking out the building, and one day we saw someone over the fence, and there's like a fence kind of divide. It's actually the same.
It's exactly what it was.
Exactly what it was.
Listen.
It's the same property. It's owned by the same people. The building that they have was this showroom for the auto dealership back in the day, and we have basically their service
that makes
center,
sense.
right?
Yeah,
and so there's a fence, and we're walking by, and we're like, wait a minute, I think we know them. So I run over. It's like an 8-foot fence, and I pull. I'm like, hey, Matt. What are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? I was like, no, what are you doing? And it was when they were still renovating the spot. No one knew a coffee shop was going in.
Got
and
it.
so we kind of locked eyes, and he was like, you taking that space? I'm like, you're taking that space? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, done.
We're
Great.
friends now.
Yeah.
First thing, we cut a hole in the fence. There's an entryway.
Yeah.
There's a brewery
what do you
that's
do
on the
with that
same
hole,
property.
guys?
It's a pretty big hole in the fence.
It's a sweet setup, dude. It's a sweet setup.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you both, like, so clearly you both just want to be better. And if you spend any time around either one of you, went to dinner last night and love the conversation. What if you guys think about the last 2 years, what are some of the biggest takeaways or evolution? Because you've recently left your job, like great job, left your job. Talk to me about that previous, like what have you learned? What are like some ups and downs, do's and don'ts, however you want to go there.
Leaving my job was tough because it was something that it was an industry that I liked. It was a job that I enjoyed. I had a lot of people that counted on me, and I liked what I was doing, but it was pushing me in this direction that I didn't necessarily want to go. Leaving, I didn't know exactly what the future was going to be like, and that's scary for me. Like I like to have a plan. I like to know what I'm looking towards. And making that step was a big jump in believing in myself, believing that we were going to grow the business, believing that it was going to go in the direction that we wanted to, and there was going to be, increased opportunities, and that we were going to live the life that we wanted to continue to live. And so it was facing that fear of the unknown and getting over that. Right? It was huge.
Because we talked before and afterwards. You had done that, and we had some pretty lengthy conversations about like your reservations and what was it like initially when you left?
Freeing and terrifying,
right?
Like all rolled into one. It was this feeling that I could get up and do absolutely whatever I wanted within my day, and I had the ability to do that, but I was also completely responsible for my day and responsible for the direction that I was gonna go.
liberating You're like, I can do whatever I want. That seems like a terrible idea, right? Just like, somebody come tell me what to do, you know?
It's like looking around for the adult in the room. Like,
Right.
I'm always the adult in the room, but like,
it's me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the other thing that you guys have done that I think speaks to who you both are as people is, sizable gym, right? But that culture is very apparent. Like, I remember we went out to, after the seminar, where do we go? We went
to
the brewery,
we
right
went to
next
the
door.
brewery. And it was just like, again, like 2000 is just like the whole gym. It's not the whole gym, but there's probably 15 people there.
Yeah.
You know,
We
all
felt so
hanging out.
bad for you guys that night.
Oh no, it was fine. It was fine.
Who else was there?
Kristen. Yeah. It was me, Jaron, and Mike Marone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you maintain that community? 400 people, typically they say, 75 is a tribe? And obviously there's two of you and
Dunbar's number is
coaches,
150.
Yeah. What do you do to maintain that community at 400 people?
Yeah, I mean, it starts at the top and it goes to our staff.
But what do you do at the top?
I think that we're extremely vocal with where we stand on things with our staff and with our members. So it's having constant, real, honest conversations. So something as simple as like a staff member brings an idea, right? We are absolutely open. We want them to be creative and bring their ideas. If it's an idea that we are not going to pursue, we are constantly talking to them about why. And we want to make sure that they fully understand why we're doing something, why we're going in this direction, or why that's not the direction we want to go. And we are discussing our why with the staff and members constantly.
What is your why?
So we have a very strong set of core values that we are very, very vocal with. Any one of our members, they will rattle it off and they're extremely proud for it. But it is humble, healthy, happy. Right? Humble meaning we are learners, like we came to you guys, and it's our number one value. If someone walks in the door and they're not willing to be coached, we're not willing to coach you, right? And it's something that we talk with during our consults. Like the very first conversation is, we're here to help you learn and be better, but the only way we can do that is through coaching, right? So if they're not open to learning, it's not going to happen. And that's going to be true for our staff too. We do a lot of education with them outside of coaching on the floor.
Your staff is super engaged.
We read books together. There's lots of learning. So then healthy is, we want our people to be healthy in a variety of ways. It's not just about physical health. So we talk a lot about the mental and emotional side of things, how coming to the gym, we have a lot more conversations about how coming to the gym is their special safe place for them to be themselves. And the fitness happens. Like, you show up, okay, it's fine. Yeah. That's going to happen. But the mental and emotional side of things, we need you to understand that when shit hits the fan, the first place you go is the gym, because it's your safe place. When you have your firstborn child, the place you want to go to and celebrate is the gym, because it is your emotional safe haven, right? So healthy for us is a little more well-rounded, right? And then happy is a huge one. And it sounds so silly to say. It sounds so simple, right? But like, we don't talk about the world being perfect. We talk about the fact that life is hard, shit gets hard, but we're always looking at the silver lining. We're always looking at the bright side. We never whine and complain. When there is whining and complaining, we immediately shut it down. We typically shut it down in like a funny, sarcastic way, you know what I mean? But we talk in class all the time that like, we do hard things, guys. This is what makes us better. So that happy aspect to it creates a culture of like just a really good, positive vibe. If someone comes into class, typically if someone's complaining, like a member will shut it down. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, this shit's great. Right?
What's an example where a member would...
Kibosh.
Yeah. What do you got, Jason?
The other day we were hosting level 1, and so we hosted a park workout instead. Like, we got back to our roots. That's where Odin originally started, was working out in the
gym
park.
Shut down because the level 1's going on. Yeah.
And so we hosted a park workout, and Allison and I are there, and the members are there, and somebody's complaining about there's like duck crap on the ground.
Oh, they're like,
and
the
like
grass is wet.
we're doing
park.
lunches. Like we're in a park, and the group took care of it. Allison helped to take care of it.
I definitely.
But
I let it happen.
it's like
I let it happen for a second.
Throw it at them.
we're like you guys are bougie.
Yeah,
like
that's
this is.
that.
I got a mouth full of white dog shit right now.
No, but what it is that we do not allow it to waver. Right? Talk about like salt shaker.
Right.
Right? It starts to move a little
But
bit.
you're right, it's
Just a
like-
little bit. It's like,
yeah. Now it's
it
over
lives
there.
here. We don't even let it get here.
Yeah.
Right? It goes just a slight deviation. And then, no, like this is where we live, right here. And so that is true for our staff too. Right? When they're in class, they hold the standard, not just for movement. And if they're not holding that salt shaker right where it needs to be, then with 400 members, it gets wild quick.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I want to stick with the staff there for just a second because that's another thing that's been a significant change for you guys is who it was you, and then maybe you had a head coach, but you didn't have a GM. It was just you, but you had you had coach. You had staff, but there was no full. But now you have two full timers, and then maybe
Molly,
a third.
right? Molly?
Molly's our GM, and she's
And
on
then
some of the
working
best
on a
hour
third.
calls. Working on a third.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on that Monday call.
But
She was there without you the other day.
I know.
Yeah.
But this is the other cool thing is like watching them build the team so that they get to focus on again the important stuff. But then meeting the team and I'm like, oh, all right, like watching them train the team. Their team's now showing up to the calls, executing the ideas, the principles, and all that other kind of stuff.
But
like moving up.
something for affiliate owners to hear, and Tanya mentioned crawl, walk, run.
Right.
I mean, even that, right? First time Molly was on, you guys are side by side. Then I think it was the next week, which she can hop on that call, right? She's on it by herself.
Right.
But a lot of affiliate owners would be like, hop on this call. Here's the link.
Well, and what
you?
what you didn't see was all the times that she was in the room and just not on the call.
Just listening.
because,
Creeping.
because
She's just
she's
off
creeping
camera.
and
Yeah.
she's off camera so she can understand.
Big fan of me?
It's a huge fan of
She's
you,
a
Jason.
lurker. She's a lurker before it's an official thing. Yeah.
Molly, send Jason an email. Let her know. Let him know you're
It's
fan.
great because you guys were on vacation. Were you on vacation already Monday?
We were picking our son up from
That's right.
lacrosse camp. He
Yeah,
was at the
that's right.
Naval Academy.
Yeah.
What's that shift for you guys been like? Because it's interesting, right? Because you like leave a job and I'm gonna go do the thing, and I'm like, and I'm out.
Well, that was the hot seat, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I was like, nothing. I was like, new question.
done it.
Everybody's like trying to give him ideas. I was like, stop.
Like
You've made it.
I'm not great at nothing. It's not a talent of mine.
I'm fantastic.
Teach me. I like to feel productive. I like to have things to do. But yeah, no, it's been really cool to start to hand things over to the staff because we realized that at a certain point, our goal is not directly member facing. Don't get me wrong, we're with our members all of the time and we work with the members. But to manage 400 people, the big goal is to manage our staff and make sure that the staff understands not only the values but the overall mission and why we're there. Like I think back to writing our business plan originally when we were starting the gym. We're writing it for an SBA loan, and I'm writing an entire page on what the third home philosophy is because we set this up based off of it being a home for all of the people away from their home and work.
That's cool. And then, to speak to, so Allison's been on the business development side with us, and she's helping me rewrite a lot of the curriculum. I think somebody asked about it yesterday. Might have been the night before, but like, hey, are you guys like hiring people? And I'm like, no. I was like, I know who I'm going to hire, but I'm not hiring people, if you know what I mean. Like, I like, our biz dev team is 5 people. But they're 5 sledgehammers, dude. Like, and they all have unique skill sets. Like hers is like she's very organized. She's like getting things organized, and it's just like that helps me, like make better content to give to the gym owners, right? And it's been really cool. Let me ask you this: when you came on, what were your observations or impressions of, like, once you're now on the other side of the machine? Because, like, for the record, that's not going to be a common thing. It's just not. But I am interested in your take on it.
Yeah, I think it's similar to like when a member becomes a coach, right? And you step onto the other side and you see kind of behind the curtain a little bit of like the systems and the things like that. to be honest, what I saw was I felt myself kind of falling back into that teacher role, I guess you could say, where I'm like, ooh, we can really teach people a lot more things here, right? Like, there's a really good foundation here, but I think we can go deeper. We can be more detailed with it. We can kind of, I don't want to say hold their hand more, but
no, you're right.
For sure, we can hold their hand.
Which is, for the record, why you were the pick. Because when we had re-envisioned what 3.0 was, it was going to be built differently, and that was part of it.
Yeah, it seemed to me that you guys were in a place where it was time for you guys to take the next step or the next iteration, I guess you could say, which has been super cool to see and has been, for me, like Jason and I talk about this all the time, we really like intellectual challenges. It's something that if we don't have something like that, I hate to say our mind gets bored, but a little bit,
It's a real thing.
Yeah. And so I saw it and I was like, ooh, this is interesting. Like, this
You
is...
regret it immensely now.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, where's their curriculum?
Yeah. Are you done with that yet? And I'm like, shit, man. All right, cool. No, really, it's been really nice on a personal level to dive into that sort of thing, because it was something that I was missing in my role within the gym at that point. Like, I wanted something a little more complex. And it was something that was... Yeah, just on kind of a different level. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Coaching gym owners is complex. That's a good way to put it.
I do want to ask, we kicked off with the $1 million box. What has bringing in $1 million in revenue meant to you and the box? And what has it unlocked? What has it given you the opportunity to do that you couldn't do without it?
I think that the biggest thing is offer professional coaching positions in the CrossFit industry, is that we try and pay our staff extraordinarily well because we think that they do an amazing job providing a service to all of our members, and we want to make sure that they're compensated in the way that they deserve to be compensated, and for that you need revenue.
And that's the point, right?
Like, you can't just pay with care.
Like so many affiliate owners I'm not doing it for the money. Cool, don't do it for the money, but understand you need money.
Use the money to do good things, though, and
it's not a bad thing to make money.
Correct. And this is something Jason said, like, we want to pay them well. We also want to pay them well because we have really high expectations, and we have a lot of things that we require them to do, and if you're not doing them, there are repercussions to that. Like, we are very clear in the beginning what it looks like. And when people say, like, oh, I have all part-timers, I don't care if you're part-time, full-time. If you're a coach, the standard is the standard on the floor, right? Like, whether you're coaching 2 classes a week or 12 classes a week, the service you provide is going to be the same. And in order for to be on the team, these are the things you have to do. And will we take care of you? 100%, right? We will pay you really well. We have tons of perks for them. We take care of them like their family. We are very, very picky, or not picky, but like particular about who we hire, though. We hire very slowly, very slowly. If you come in, everyone gets that, like, hey, I have my L1. If you guys need some help, immediately I'm like, whoa. No. That's not how this works.
I mean, I think, I don't necessarily, I'm not arguing with you, I'm just thinking out loud. Like, I don't prescribe to fast or slow, right? I think it has everything to do with, like, can you onboard appropriately? Like, because if you can onboard quickly and they have all the right stuff, I'm like, okay, great.
Sure.
I think it's like what you guys do well. If I was to kind of like reframe it potentially, it would be like, you guys are integrating into the team is a super huge priority for you.
Well, with that, part of the longer process that we take is that there's no one that comes on staff that hasn't been brought up to the entire team over a period of time so that everybody gets to weigh in.
That I think is important. Cool. I think a lot of people, we do that too. Like, all the coaches have to give a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and part of that's that we bring people in from our membership. We're not hiring a coach from the outside, traditionally. We're hiring somebody who is a member and they're graduating to a coach. I mean, we have a lot of members who have their L1 because we encourage members to take their L1.
I think that should be normal.
That doesn't mean that they're going to coach. I mean, we had 12 people in the seminar that you taught in February. Like,
I was like, is this just a 9:30 class at Oak?
But that should be more normal, I should say. Like, members should have their level 1. That doesn't mean I'm going to coach, I want to coach, I just want to understand the methodology better. And then you guys then can say, hey, Sally got her level 1, maybe she would be a good fit.
Yeah. It gets brought up to the staff. We have a conversation about it. But immediately, the immediate conversation is, do they fit our values? 100%. And that's first question is, are they humble?
Healthy, happy.
Humble. And if it doesn't get past that, we're like, are they going to take feedback well? How are they going to handle it when we do evaluations? Are they willing to learn? Are they willing to do the homework and the work required to even step on the floor? If they don't get past that with our staff, everyone's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. No, out. We're like, okay, cool, moving on, done.
Well,
we don't
it
waste
sounds
our time.
like you have a team and a culture that is, well, not sounds like, it is, because you've already given multiple different versions of that, where the culture is now self-sustaining. It doesn't require necessarily, Jason, you might need to put your thumb on the scales occasionally, but like the culture will weed those people out, whether it's members complaining or the staff's like, yo, you can't be the turd on the group. That's not how this works.
Yeah, we roll in goose shit.
Well, we try and be very proactive without needing the thumb on the scale, is that we're constantly reminding of what the goal is, even if it's going well.
Right.
When it's going well, that's when you need to continue to talk about it. We start staff meetings by reviewing values and talking about the mission so that we're on the same page. Yeah.
Love it. Hey, what's the next tattoo for the Jachowskis? What does this say? Swiggity? Is that a word?
Out of every tattoo, that's the one
well,
that
it's the one in my face. I assume these are matching at some point.
So,
yeah.
Mine says swiggity, hers says swooty.
These are made up words, but they mean something to you?
I mean, it means a lot to us. I guess look it up.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
It's a swingers thing.
It's not a swingers thing. It's... I used to send Allison a lot of GIFs on your phone, you know, like
Still
when you send a GIF. And swiggity swooty was something that I would send to her. There's like a finishing to the phrase, but
He's coming for something, that's for sure.
I like it. I like it.
That means like tonight.
I mean, it turned into like I'm coming home, but like
but really is I'm coming somewhere. That's right. That's right.
Text Ross, swiggity swig Monday morning.
On that note, if you guys want to bring your gym to its climax,
that's right.
You know,
title for this podcast.
Yeah, right. No, in all seriousness, I've been wanting to bring you both on for a long time. I think you guys are a fantastic example of two affiliate owners that do it really well, sticking to the main thing and proving that that is how you can get what you want out of the affiliate. Like you guys are, you know, you get to, now both of you guys are getting to pursue things that are, you know, more intriguing to you, more intellectually challenging with you, and not having to sacrifice, you know, the box to do that. Actually, the box is continuing to grow while you do that. So congratulations to both of you. Super proud of you guys.
Thanks for all you do for our team too.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Pumped to be here. Thank you.
Swiggity.
Cool. Swiggity, swooty, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.